What's going on, guys? Back at it again with another video. Today we're going to be doing our part 2 to installing my light kit in the Mototec. But first thing I want to say is big shout out to everybody who's been subscribing, almost to 100 subs. Hopefully by the time I upload this I will be at 100. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We got tons more videos coming. Big shout out to my little brother for putting together this track over my intro. I'll be using his music from now on, and if you guys like it, let him know down in the comments. We'll get him uploading to YouTube, and I mean, if you guys want to use it too, I'm sure he won't mind. But let's get into it. Alright, so what I'm thinking is I'm going to be doing this with you guys pretty blind so you guys can follow me through the whole thing. So we only have basically two things to mount. Obviously this is going to go on the handlebars, so I'll have to get the grip off and throw this on. Shouldn't be a big deal. So we got the front headlamp. We'll go through that in just a second. And then we got the brake light. The brake light comes with two mounting bolts already. So I do have the CRF50 plastic kit on my Mototec, but I'll try to give you some advice if you still have the stock plastics on it. Shouldn't be too bad. So I got those. I got a drill, some drill bits, got a grinder, cutoff wheel, some tools just to take the kits apart. And let's see, right over here, this is some 3/16 by 3/4 3-foot long flat stock. I'll probably just be using a couple of these just to hang off the back of the bike right there and to mount these. So I'll most likely just like cut off a little bit right here, bend it at a 90-degree angle, and then what I'll do is I'll loosen these two bolts right here, and I'll have that flat stock coming out and then down. I might bend it at an angle so it comes out and in, just because the bolts actually line up just on the inside of these bolts, the tail light bolts I should say. And then the headlight, let me grab my whole kit right here. If you didn't follow the first video, I'll put a link up in the card if I can figure that out. If not, it'll be in the description of how I wired it all together. That way the brake lights run solely off the battery. But what I'm thinking is we got this little mounting tab up here. So what I'll do is I'll probably just flip this so where it's pointing that way. So it'll be facing that way, and what I'll do is I'll probably drill a hole through the bottom of that, or straight through this right here. That way I can mount it up underneath, and then it'll be sitting behind the plate, so I'll mark a hole behind it and I'll cut it out. That way it's, you know, just right in the back of it, sticking out in the back. So I think from there we'll get a little hyperlapse going. I'll build everything up, and then when I come back I'll show you everything I did, and this should be pretty easy. Alright guys, check this out. That looks a little off center with the goofy side plate right there, but that is on there nice and solid, ain't going nowhere. Mocked up the plastics just to check it out. Nice and centered in there. Let me pop the plastics off real quick. So I did go with a little bit thinner steel, some 1/8 inch stock, and basically I just drilled through them, I bolted them down, focus, and then I put it to the side, and then all I did was take my big crescent wrench, put it on there, and then bend down. That way these tabs are coming in at an angle just like so. And then let's see, I'm gonna flash forward real quick and take this off, and I'll show you, and then we'll get started with the front. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Just these two tabs. You can see they're bent out at an angle. I took my brake lights and I kind of just held them up here, and then I marked where I wanted my bolts to go so it's nice and straight. Marked them up with a Sharpie and drilled them out, and now it fits in just fine. Boom, bolts into the back, and we got brake lights. Alright, let's get working on the front. Alright guys, so we're pretty much done. All I got left to do is cut a hole in this, but if that Hyperlapse was a little bit too fast, all I did was cut or drill a hole straight through here. You can see how beautifully centered that is. So basically I'm just going to tighten that down, get my Sharpie, and I'll Sharpie around the edge right there, cut a hole open. That way I will be able to adjust it up and down as I please. That way I can get a good light angle. So basically that's about it, and then I'm just going to route it all through. That just goes back on just like that, and you can see as soon as we mount it on, we're going to have plenty of room in there, and we'll be good to go. So let me get this all wired in and get this hole cut, and I'll come back and I'll show you everything I've done so far. Check it out. Headlights on. Still haven't mounted this yet, but let's turn that on real quick. Boom, we got a headlight. Still gotta clean up all that wiring. And we got a brake light. Looking good. Come over here and squeeze the brake for you. Awesome. And so I basically just have my jumpers straight into where the battery leads go. Just screwed them right in top. Got everything mounted in here. I still gotta go in here and clean all this up, but for right now she's working good. Alright, let's get it all cleaned up, and here's the finished product. Headlight looking good. Ooh, tail light in the back looking good. Got this mounted on here. Let's turn the blinker around real quick. Yeah, buddy. Came out pretty sweet. Alright guys, I'm going to end this video off here. Hope you enjoyed. And stay tuned, next video. We're finally going to be getting that 72 volt battery in. Till then, peace.